This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Edwards versus Edwards. You all have been together 17 years, married 11 of those 17 years, but you say you are out the door if you find out Mr. Edwards is cheating. Please explain.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe that my husband is going through midlife crisis.
Okay.
And I also believe that my husband is cheating on me with random women.
Okay. Tell me how you feel. What's this been like for you?
It's been hard, because at the beginning of our relationship in marriage, things were great, We're a spiritual family, and we've been close, We talked all the time, and, we communicated. Our sexual life has gone downhill. He doesn't touch me. And on top of it, he's very disrespectful to me with other women.
Mr. Edwards.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, your wife is accusing you of a number of things.
Yes.
How do you respond to her allegations that you are cheating?
I know I'm not. I've never had, in any of the time that we've been married, I haven't cheated. I've never been with another woman. And I'm here today to prove it.
All right, so you've been together 17 years. You got to know him pretty well. What was it that made you say, okay, we've been plotting along, going along, something's changed, something's different?
Because he stopped going to church with us. That was big.
About how long ago did this stop?
About 3 years ago is when everything just started to decline, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Edwards, why'd you stop going to church?
I did. I was going to church.
And then you stopped?
And then I slacked off on going. But I do, in fact, know that I love my wife. I love my family. And I want this thing to work out between me and her.
First of all, it's not a thing, it's a marriage.
Yes, it is. It is. You're right.
But, Ms. Edwards,
You're right.
Was there something else that you noticed that either started or stopped 3 years ago?
Oh, yeah. We have a shared email.
Okay.
So I was roaming through our email as norm, and I noticed that all these women that Robert has been conversing back and forth were responding back to him through emails.
Okay.
And on top of it, he was also into porn sites.
And how do you know this?
I saw it. I saw it on the emails. I saw it in his phone.
Mr. Edwards, who are these other women that you're writing and corresponding with via email?
Well, I'm not corresponding or writing to anyone.
Well, she says she's seeing the emails.
I did. No, the emails were being sent, but I wasn't responding to the emails. When I went to the sites, when I went on the sites, I was curious. I was looking, just to be curious with it. But it seemed like once I got on the sites, then people got my email address, and then they start sending things, which I never replied to.
You've never had any kind of physical relationship with any of these women? You never even met them?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Are there any women that you're concerned about in particular, Miss Edwards?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There was a woman that texted his phone and said, "Where are my keys?"
Mm-hmm.
So what happened when you saw this text?
I called my husband and I say, "Hey, Robert, what is this?" He says to me, he didn't know who it was. I said, "Call him."
Right.
Call him. He did. He got the young lady on the phone and she said, "You're a liar. You were at my house and you do have my keys."
Okay, who is this lady whose keys you had?
I have no idea who this person is. I have no idea who this person is.
Mr. Edwards, this
It had to
woman,
be-
she texts you and say, "Where are my keys?" That's a very specific...
Okay, first of all, it should have been somebody texting the wrong number.
But you...
Somebody, and
She said, "Robert."
it's more than one Robert on this earth, though.
So, Ms. Edwards...
It's more than one Robert on this earth.
So you're saying that you don't know this woman?
No.
She's got the wrong Robert.
Got the wrong Robert.
So how did she get your phone number?
I have no idea.
So
I have no idea how they
out
got
of
my
all
number.
the phone numbers in the universe, she happened to dial the wrong number.
I think so.
And got somebody named Robert.
Yep.
Okay, Cullen, you're a physics
Yep.
major. You did statistics. What is the
Do you know
statistical
the
problem?
odds of that?
Yeah.
Probably 101 million. I don't know. But I'm just saying that I have no idea who this particular individual was.
So you understand why that looks strange to us?
Yes.
And you understand
totally.
why it looks strange to Ms. Edwards?
Of course.
Like
Okay.
you're saying it's just
No,
happenstance.
no, boy, it didn't happen. I don't know who this woman is, where she's calling from, and better yet, how she got my number.
Okay, now.
Wow.
Robert,
Wow.
Robert is a common name.
Yes, it is. So is Keith.
I mean, the odds are astronomical, but the odds are 1 in however many million.
Right.
There's got to be that one.
Yeah.
So maybe this is that one.
And that one is standing here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The one has got to be standing somewhere. It might as well be here.
It's like that. It's like razor thin, Mr. Cutler.
Well, if the chances are that great, Mr. Edwards, maybe you need to play the lottery.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
have you discovered or seen anything else that makes you think that Mr. Edwards might be cheating?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. May I please?
Okay.
Okay.
What you got there?
Well, I made this exhibit board.
Oh, look at you.
Robbie found these items in his vehicle, in his
All
car.
He found these things in his car.
Yes.
Okay.
And brought them to me. The first thing he brought to me was this gold earring.
And what did he say about that?
He said, "Here, baby, here's your earring." I look at it, and immediately, I'm a well put together woman, as you can see.
True that is.
Hey, I know my
True
stuff.
that is.
You know?
Okay.
And that's not my earring. you know?
Okay.
Then Robert comes, I say 3 months later, he comes with the silver earring.
Same thing?
Same thing.
Baby, here's your earring.
Car, baby, here's your earring. I say, Robert, it's not mine.
And what does he say?
It's gotta be yours. It ain't mine.
Wouldn't that, Jan, I object to that. Wouldn't that be foolish for me to bring an earring that was supposed to be in my car that I'm giving to my wife, asking her about it? Why would I bring it to my wife?
Well, that's a logical question.
I could have just easily put it in the trash can and left it alone.
Because you didn't know it was left by the woman you were sleeping with.
Well, as the law detective will say today, I'm not sleeping with anyone and wasn't sleeping with anyone at that time.
But Ms. Edwards, you're convinced that because he didn't know who it belonged to, he's just accidentally giving it
I
to
honestly
you.
believe that these women were leaving these crumbs behind so that I can see that they were cheating around with my husband.
So they were marking their territory.
Absolutely.
But why would he even take that chance? If there was a chance that it might belong to somebody
Exactly.
else, just throw it away.
Exactly.
That makes
Why
more,
would I bring
that
it
makes
to my
more
wife?
sense.
She has a
And
couple
then
more
abort
things. She's
that
got
bit.
Exhibit C and Exhibit D. What are those?
Yes.
That's a lot
Exhibit
of
C is a hair clip. I don't wear hair clips. I wear bobby pins.
Okay.
So I know that's not mine.
Right? And then you got Exhibit D there. What's that?
Lip gloss. Cheap lip gloss. I don't wear cheap lip gloss.
Okay. He brought it to you.
Brought it to me. He says to me, baby, I found your lip gloss in my car. Again, I say, Robert, it's not mine.
I would have to be a consistent fool, really.
Tell me about Exhibit E.
Out of
Bracelet.
exhibits.
Can I approach?
Oh, okay. Approach the bed.
Yes.
Approach.
Well, Your Honor, I was doing my everyday cleaning. I had just got home because Robert and I had a little break, and I was coming home and I started to tidy up the house.
Okay.
Doing Lord light cleaning and all, and I saw something shining, and it was the ankle bracelet. So immediately I grabbed it and I'm like, I knew it wasn't mine.
And where'd you find it?
Behind the headboard.
Okay. Do you wear ankle bracelets?
I wear them, but it wasn't mine.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
And it wasn't real, so I knew it wasn't mine.
Okay. So what did you do when you got this bracelet? Because I know you did something.
Antennas went up, and I just started thinking, like, if an ankle bracelet is behind there, the only way, my approach, for that ankle bracelet to be behind there, somebody was doing this.
Baby, hold it, man. Easy.
Wow.
That's.
Well.
Have mercy.
I have never
Just like
seen
that, huh?
an exhibit like that.
Just
You
like
see
that.
it today, Your Honor.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
All right,
All
Miss
right.
Edwards, you can go back to your podium.
Oh.
I'm actually in a
Oh,
sweat over
I
there.
see that.
Woo! Okay, Miss
Miss-
Edwards,
So, Mr. Edwards,
how do you explain that ankle bracelet being behind the bed?
I honestly think that someone set us up. I honestly think it, because it's no way possible that I've ever had anybody in our bed, any woman in our bed, in our room, for anything to get placed behind the headboard.
okay. Do you honestly believe that? Do you believe the words
But
that come out of your mouth?
how else could I put anything out there about that particular situation if I don't know how I got there? I don't know.
Well, there's another explanation.
What's that, Mr. Cutler?
What's the explanation?
Another explanation as to how the ankle bracelet got behind the headboard of your bed is that you had another woman in your bedroom.
And I just explained, and I just said I never had another woman in our bed, nor been with another woman since I've been married.
Well, I gotta say,
I have no idea.
With what your wife demonstrated, ain't no reason to go anywhere else.
Yeah, she showed it.
For real, for real.
That's the truth. That's the truth. You're right. That was the demo.
All right, so, Mr. Cutler, I think we have enough evidence. We have Miss Edwards believes that her husband is in fact cheating. And she has said, I'm out. If he is, I'm done. This is not something I'm gonna do.
Completely done.
To get to the bottom of this court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Dave Lawrence to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Lawrence in. Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, I'm a 30-year retired state police officer. I've been a polygraph examiner for the past 26 years. I've conducted thousands of polygraph tests.
And you performed a polygraph examination on Mr. Edwards, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Hold on, love. I gotta do this. I see the look on your face, Miss Edwards, and it is absolute agony. What are you thinking in this moment?
I mean, my husband, that's my king. When I took an oath with God and I accepted him in my life, my whole life changed. I grew so much with him spiritually. We have a beautiful family.
You love him clearly. Even though you may be angry with him, I know that you love him.
I do.
I love her too. I love her too.
Do you want these results?
Yes.
Are you ready to face the results?
Yes, Your Honor. This will at least help me to be able, because even if he's not cheating, if he's telling me the truth today, at least we'll have some hope to work on. I can work on everything else, but I cannot work on a man cheating on me and you know, just not showing me no decency and respect as his wife, you know?
So it all comes down to this, right now.
Yes. Yes, and if I find out today that he's been lying to me, it's over.
And Mr. Edwards, you understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
You understand it all comes to a head right now.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Right.
So, Mr. Lawrence, you asked Mr. Edwards, since the beginning of your marriage, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than your wife? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being deceptive.
Ms. Edwards,
I knew it.
the lie detector determined you were being deceptive. The question asked, since the beginning of your marriage, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman
Right.
other than Ms. Edwards? And you said no, but the lie detector determined you were being deceptive.
I haven't. I honestly haven't. I can't believe that.
You also asked Mr. Edwards, did the ankle bracelet your wife found behind the headboard belong to another woman with whom you've had sexual intercourse? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being deceptive.
Mr. Edwards?
So it was deceptive saying I'm lying?
You're
I'm not-
lying.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When you denied each of those things,
Yes. Yes.
the results determined that you were being deceptive. So you were being deceptive when you said you did not have sex with the person whose ankle bracelet was found behind your
I
headboard.
didn't. No way. There's no way.
Miss Edwards, you came here for the truth,
And I got it.
and you got it. I'm sad that this is what you found out, but I'm happy for you because I know you're gonna pick yourself up and keep it moving.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem filing me no man. Over. Done.
You all are engaged, you have one child together, but this engagement is on hold and you're living apart because of allegations of cheating. Is that right, Miss Akins?
Yes.
Okay. You've opened this case today. Tell us what's at stake here right now.
Well, we've been together for a little over a year, and we just had a new baby, and we got engaged recently, and I feel like, everything that we worked so hard to build, he's compromising because I feel like he's cheating. So if I find out today that he's cheating, me and his daughter, we're gone.
That's going to be the end of the relationship.
The end of it.
Okay. Mr. Bailey,
Yes, Your Honor.
it's on the line today. Everything, the future of your relationship.
That's the reason why I'm here, though, honestly, because I wanted to show her that, I want my family. Like, I love her. I'm in love with her. My beautiful daughter, that's my queen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do love her, and I'm here to tell the truth.
I don't see her buying any of what you just sold. The look on her face is like, whatever, man. Am I right?
Yeah.
You've heard this before?
Many times.
And you're just like, not enough.
No.
This is not gonna cut it.
His words don't mean anything to me anymore.
All right, tell me about these multiple times in the past that he's had to come back and say, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean it, baby. What was that? What happened?
Okay, so we originally met in the 9th grade. We became real close friends.
Okay.
And 10th grade year, I noticed he disappeared and I didn't hear from him again. In 2015, we reconnected again. And so, this time we vowed like we're not gonna lose touch, we're gonna keep in contact. So I'm going to see him every day. And then I find out from a friend that the house that I'm taking him, dropping him off to is not a family member's house, but it's his girlfriend's house. And so I'm like, are you serious? So I'm mad, I'm livid, I'm upset, so I was just like, nah, I'm through, I can't do it. And he begging me, stay, please, stay, don't go. And I'm like, no, I'm through, I'm just done.
But at some point you all did reconnect and you have this, you've gotten back together, you have a child and an engagement.
Yep.
And you're saying all of that's on the line.
Yes, ma'am.
If he's back to what he's done in the past.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bailey, you admit that you made some mistakes in the past.
Yes, most definitely.
Do you feel badly about those mistakes?
Of course, like, pertaining to the situation, about the 2015 situation, she wasn't my lady. I was, hey.
Okay,
Right.
well,
Living life.
for the record, today, she is your lady, right?
Yes,
Because you all engaged.
yes.
Okay, so the whole thing about, well, she was my lady, she wasn't my lady, we don't have to worry about that today in this proceeding because she is your lady, right?
That's my queen, like, man, I love her dearly. I'm in love with her, like.
But the problem is she thinks that even though you all are engaged and she's your champ and she's your queen, he's cheating.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your concern.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it that makes you believe that something has occurred?
Okay, well, he has this new homegirl. And, recently I asked him, I said, is there anything that you need to tell me? Is there are you cheating? Is there anybody, what's going on? So, he tell me, well, I ain't cheating on you, but there's this girl that, I've been hanging out with and stuff. And, my bro, he got this girlfriend. And, when we all chilling at her house, her friend come over and we all just chilling. And I'm like, okay, so 2 girls, 2 guys.
Right.
Sound like y'all double dating to me. So I'm like,
Right.
what's going on? So I find the girl's profile through his bros Facebook page. And so I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, well, I'm about to call this girl and see what's going on. Then he hit me with I gotta call you right back. My phone about to go dead. Every time he over there, my phone about to go dead. I gotta hit you back. I'm just like, it's too much. It's fishy.
No.
And all of this happens when he's over at where this homegirl is.
Yes.
You gotta watch out for the homegirl.
Yeah, the homegirl will get you.
See, that's what I'm saying though. Like one day, like she had called me. She was like, oh.
She who?
Jasmine. She called me.
Okay, Miss Akins called you. Okay.
She called me. She like, man, only time you can talk to me, you can't FaceTime. So I grabbed the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I went to walking through the house and everything. Like, babe, ain't got nothing to hide to you. Like, yo, like we here. You know what I'm saying? And like I know, honestly, it do look bad, cause she know my bros. But they dirty. But
He walked from the bathroom to outside.
I did a lot of her in the past and told half-truths and things of that nature. I can admit that. Honestly, I see why she be doing that, because, back in the days I wore,
Mr. Bailey. Mr. Bailey, wait a minute, hold up. Why is it that your lady, your queen, your champ, why is she ever with you, with your homegirl and all these folks? Why haven't you made that introduction? And here's the thing, we'll come back to that question. Hold on.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, who you hang with is who you become. So if all of them are running game, you may not be running game yet, but you will. So I'm gonna go back to my original question. Why is it that you haven't made an introduction with your queen to your homegirl?
Oh. Honestly, the reason why she,
You know what? Every time somebody starts with the word,
Honestly.
no,
it's not.
I be in Columbus, she be in Atlanta, and we travel back and forth to see each other, things of that nature. That's why she don't really be around like that. She never met her, but for the while doing things together, we always chilling, macking. Like I don't have.
Well, you can't always be chilling if you're hanging out with your homeboys and hanging out with their homegirls and all that. And it's okay to have friends, Now, I've got friends. Mm-hmm. I've got a homegirl. I've got somebody I hang out with all the time. Her name is Dana, Judge Dana.
I was about to get You know what? I was about to be a little bit tight, Judge Cutler. I was about to get...
No. So, yeah, because you got someone there who can be all those things for you.
She is, like, cause I be on the phone with her all day. Like, we would talk from I wake up with 10:30 in the morning.
Let me
and I'd be like,
clarify
yo. And we'll just stay on the phone.
We sit on the phone, but we don't be talking.
Even though we don't talk, like we don't be communicating while we on the phone, I just love hearing her breathe. I really do.
Well,
like,
that's almost sweet.
See, look at her. She's blushing. Look at her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He just
I told her that,
he just likes hearing you breathe.
I just like.
That's love right there.
That was almost sweet. But here's the thing, that was almost sweet.
Just like
almost
hearing her
sweet.
breathe.
Uh-huh.
Let me hear you breathe. Yeah, let me hear you breathe.
That's all you gonna get from now, Mr. Cutler.
I like that.
Whatever, man. Why you making me blush up here? Why you do that?
She was blushing.
I know she was.
Yeah, she was blushing.
That was kind of sweet. Even the hardened Judge Dana Cutler had to go, yeah, that's all right.
But it's true though. Like it really is true. Like, man, I'm just here to tell the truth. Like,
all right.
So this homegirl, just so we're clear, this homegirl, are you having any kind of sexual relationship with her?
Man, I'm just here to tell the truth.
All right, so Miss Akins, are there any other women besides this homegirl that you're worried about?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me about that.
So as I said earlier, we got engaged recently.
Okay.
I was down, helping his sister prepare for her child's birthday party.
Okay.
And while I was down there, I was like, hey, I still feel like he's talking to his ex-girlfriend. So I said, you talk to her, you got a number. I said, call her up, and let's kind of set her up. Let's see if she's still talking to him. And I recorded the conversation and I submitted it to the court.
Okay. That's what we got right here.
All right.
Let's take a listen, Mr. Cutler. All right. Okay, what? All right, so the ex just said Mr. Bailey proposed to you on the 25th. You confirmed that. But she said he texted her, meaning Mr. Bailey texted her, that he missed her, the ex, on the 21st. So 4 days before he proposed to you, he's telling his ex he misses her?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, come on.
She said, you know.
All right, Mr. Bailey.
Yes, ma'am.
You proposed to Miss Akins on the 25th.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're telling your ex on the 21st that you miss her? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why? I mean, this is your queen. This is the one you...
The champ.
Your champ. The one you love
honestly,
to hear breathe.
Honestly, being honest, I was. I even told Jam I would text them both of them at the same time, and I had sent the wrong thing to her.
His ex also says that Mr. Bailey texted her, "I'm in love with you," and that's 3 days before he proposed.
I meant to send that I'm in love with you to her, to Jasmine, but I had ended up sending her just moving too fast, and I even told her that though. Like I told her that, like man, damn, like.
Miss Akins,
Miss Akins.
I'm looking at the expression on your face. It's like you're seething right now.
I just know he be lying to me. And I'm just like, everything we've been through, I just had your child, we engaged, and I just feel like it don't mean nothing to him, for real. I just feel like it don't mean nothing to him.
I wish I could come off the bench and just hug you because my heart goes out to you.
It's just pain. Like, he don't understand it. It's just pain because, like, you know, I don't do him like that. Like, you know, and it's just like, I feel like you taking my kindness for granted. You taking me for granted. And it's just like, you know, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I deserve better, and I know it.
And that's the first step. You need to get to the bottom of this. You need to know. And you've said that if, in fact, it's true, he's been unfaithful, you're done.
Yes,
you and your baby are out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so everything is on the line, and you understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
And in order for us to get to the truth, this court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call a certified polygraph examiner, Dave Lawrence, to determine, is he cheating?
How are you, Mr. Lawrence?
Doing just fine, ma'am. How are you?
We're good. Thank you for asking.
It's good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, I'm a retired state police officer of 30 years. I've been a polygraph examiner for the past 26 years. I've conducted thousands of polygraph examinations as well as taught other police officers how to be polygraph examiners.
So you asked Mr. Bailey, since being engaged to Miss Akins, have you had physical sexual contact with your new homegirl? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said yes. Mr. Bailey admitted that they had felt each other up and also had sex as recently as last month.
Last month?
Well, we finally got the truth.
Honestly.
Honestly.
Mr. Bailey, why would you do that?
Honestly, tripping.
You're tripping.
You were tripping.
I was tripping.
You tripped and fell in her bed? Is that what you're saying?
Mr. Lawrence, you asked Mr. Bailey, since being engaged to Miss Akins, have you had sexual intercourse with your ex? What was his response?
Your Honor, he said yes. Mr. Bailey admitted to having sexual intercourse with his ex just days after his engagement to Miss Akins.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to ascertain or find out how many women he's been with sexually since he got engaged to Miss Akins?
Yes, Mr. Bailey, he admitted to having sex with 2 to 3 other people besides the previously admitted to sleeping with.
Tell him what you're thinking, love.
I ain't got no words. I ain't got no words. I can't describe the feeling. He'll never know until it's done to him. I ain't got no words for him. I really don't. I can't tell you how I feel. Like, I can't tell you how I feel. It's just one of them feelings that you gotta experience to know how somebody feel to have that done to them.
I have a suggestion. Get out. Those are the 2 words you need to tell.
And Mr. Bailey, I would ask you how you feel, but I don't know that I'm gonna get an honest answer. Because you'll probably tell me something like, I feel bad, I want a fresh start, I want to, take back what I did, all that stuff, and I'm not sure I believe you. Because you're still out there trying to do your thing. You're still out there trying to be wild and trying to trip and all that stuff. You're not ready for this relationship, clearly.
Any relationship.
Yeah. Now, you're going to have to be ready to be a father to your child because that's what you have to do. There's no choice in that. And it's not enough just to say, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't know what I was doing. I was tripping. I was wilding. That doesn't cut it anymore.
You all have been married for 4 years. You have 2 children together. And Mr. Gordon, you have brought your wife here because you believe there are issues of infidelity and cheating. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
What is at risk if it is found that your wife is in fact cheating?
Well, if it's found out that, she failed these lie detector tests, I don't think we can go on, no much longer. I think we're gonna get a divorce and call it quits.
Ms. Gordon, these accusations of cheating, what kind of strain is it putting on your marriage?
We're sleeping in separate beds. We're not speaking for days at a time. I mean, it's bad enough that our children are noticing it.
And Mr. Gordon, all of this is going on because you believe she's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll tell you this one particular story about my sister's birthday. My sister's celebrating her birthday. It's sort of a girls' night out. I stay at home with the kids because I'm more of a, stay-at-home kind of guy anyway. And they're like, out all night. It's not like a 2 o'clock, come in or 3 o'clock. It's like an all-night party.
When did she finally come home?
I want to say about 2 p.m.,
2 p.m.?
The next day?
Like the afternoon.
So she's out all night.
All night and all day, too.
All night long. Lionel Richie, all night long.
So what happens when she comes home at 2 p.m.?
I have my children there. I don't want to, just accuse her of things, when I don't honestly know what's going on.
I mean, how do you know that she cheated on this time? What is the evidence that she cheated?
I'm just like going with my gut feeling. I feel like something is not right. This another time she's out again all night. And this time she was like kind of gone for a whole weekend.
What happened?
On Friday, we having a normal day, just us and the kids and, we talking. I kind of get the feeling, that she wants to go somewhere, but it's like, we had just prior, got into the incident last week. So it's like, I really wasn't trying to let her out.
Let her out.
Let her out.
It's a beautiful cage, Your Honor.
She wanted to go out, but I didn't agree for her to go out. And last week, I agreed for her to go out, and she went out, and, she came home at,
Go ahead.
Okay, so later on that night rolls around, and one thing leads to another. We argue. She decides she wants to go to my sister's house, and she finally rolls around home about, 6 p.m. that Sunday evening. I was really done, but she came.
What do you ask her?
I asked her, what did she do? Did she cheat? And she was honest. She said she did.
Really?
She said her intentions was not to have sex with him, but,
So she comes in, you ask her, what did you do? Where you been? She tells you, I didn't intend to have sex with somebody, but I did.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How in the world do you unintentionally have sex? Because that's a pretty intentional act.
It is. I at that point was in a very vulnerable spot. We had just had a huge blowout. Before I even left the house to go out for that evening, he told me already he wanted a divorce before I even left because of me going out the prior weekend.
Why did you bother to even come home if you were done and you having sex with somebody else already?
Because the sex had happened Saturday night. And then Sunday morning, I had went back to his sister's house and just telling her that I felt bad and I didn't know how I was gonna tell him, what was I gonna do. And she just told me, you know, the best thing you could do is just go home, tell him what happened. You guys are already at the point of getting a divorce. It can't get much worse than this. And at least at that point, can't nobody else tell him what happened because you already told him.
Have you ever talked to this person again?
After that weekend?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you had sex with him since that weekend?
No.
This was a one-time thing?
Yes.
So do you believe that this is a one-time thing and she's done?
Absolutely not.
So she confesses to you.
Yes.
You stay with her.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
I love her. I love her dearly. And, you know, I don't want to just give up on my family because, you know, I love my kids.
So you stay with her for your children and because you love her?
Yes. Yes.
Why do you believe the cheating is still going on?
Well, okay, this one time, for instance, she went out for a cigarette, and then, you know, I come back out there and look, and it's like she's gone, and...
So you all are home?
Yes, we're home.
You're home. She
Right.
goes outside to smoke because she don't want to smoke in the house.
Right, right.
Okay.
So, you know, I call her, and she says, oh, I'm with my friend, you know, I'm with friends, I'm at a rap battle. And I'm like, dude, how you go out for a cigarette, and then, you know, you go to a rap battle, you know, so...
So she didn't tell you she was leaving?
No, I mean, I had to call her and, you know, figure out...
So wait. Really? That happened?
I had a coworker that is really close to me. He's male, but I've been working with him for a while. And he had called me. He was having some issues with his child, and, you know, he had a lot of stuff going on. And another friend of ours had come by and told us about a rap battle downtown or whatever.
Did you tell him you were leaving?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay. Did you think about telling him where you were leaving?
I did, and after the argument that we had just had about me going out the previous weekend, I mean, at that point, I kind of felt like asking for forgiveness was gonna be easier than asking for permission.
Well, there is a problem when a woman has to ask for permission, because she is grown.
It's communication, because...
No.
No, it is, because the sense we're getting is, it's like she just disappears. Just gone.
I agree about communication, which is, hey, I gotta run, I'm gonna do so-and-so, as opposed to, honey, may I go? Because I'm not doing honey, may I go.
Well, but look, if it is, you disappeared last weekend, you disappeared the weekend before that, I think there is kind of almost, well, look, I need to smooth this over before I just disappear again this next weekend.
Again, you wouldn't have those issues if there was communication all the way through. And I think that this lack of communication between the two of them has created this need on her part, although I'm not endorsing it at all, to just go.
Okay.
She goes to this rap battle.
Yes.
I mean, as strange as it is that she just disappears, what's wrong with her going to a rap battle?
Okay, well, the times don't add up. You know, it takes 20 minutes there, maybe 20 minutes back.
Okay, this is the document that you submitted to the court. So you, on this document, you give us a timeline.
Yes.
And you said she went out to smoke a cigarette with friends. She was out there about 30 minutes. But to get back and forth from the rap battle would be 48 minutes, correct?
That's being very friendly, like...
That's being generous.
Generous.
All right.
Generous.
And then parking and getting into the concert would have taken another 25 minutes.
That's also generous.
And then to view at least 3 rap battles would have taken 30 minutes. So you're saying it would have taken her at least 2 hours and 13 minutes to go and come back. Right. Did she come back before 2 hours and 13 minutes were up?
An hour and a half.
So you were only gone an hour and a half.
Time difference.
But you're saying that if she was only gone an hour and a half, there's no way she could have gone to this rap battle.
Exactly. You know, I believe she was with the guy still because she's out with these friends, you know.
First off, I was with 3-4 other people in a small little 4-door car. By the time we got there, it was already almost over. So we were literally there maybe 15 minutes and left. Just because I made the decision to leave without asking permission does not mean that I'm running around with
It's
half
not
of the
permission.
city.
It's just, you know, it's a simple
No, it's
conversation.
permission.
Communication.
He's a whole warden. It's permission. It's definitely permission.
So, Mr. Gordon, is this the only time that Mrs. Gordon has disappeared?
No, absolutely not. She was at work, right? And, you know, I call myself, you know, I want to do something special for her. You know, I want to, you know, I ran a bath for her. You know, I baked her some cookies.
You remember? Remember how that looked?
I do.
You come home and it's all done and laid out, and it's like, oh, this is really nice. You remember that, right?
I remember the bath. I don't remember the cookies.
You remember everything else?
Yeah.
Good. All right, I'll take that. All right, so you've laid it out for her. I mean, you trying to be, you know, the dutiful husband, the nice husband, just
Romantic husband.
romantic husband.
I'm trying. Okay, so, you know, she says, you know, I'll be getting off soon. And this was like maybe an hour and a half ago. So, you know, I'm like, okay, gosh, you know, I get bored. So I check Snapchat and, you know, I see her, you know, on Snapchat, you know, with her friends, you know, drinking, you know, having fun, you know. And then, you know, I get there to work, and it's like immediately as soon as I pull up, her and the guy like jumping and walking. And I'm like, whoa, if nothing's going on, why are you getting up?
I saw him pull up.
Yeah, but look,
I got up to walk out.
They
to
got
where he
up
was
and
at.
they kind of walked over to the other seat and, you know, like start talking. It's a lot of iffy
He
things
is
that I'm
exaggerating
questioning.
greatly.
Okay, Miss Gordon, did you go out after work drinking?
Yes, with coworkers.
Okay.
And you already mentioned there was a male coworker that you were particularly close to, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And was that the
Yes.
coworker that jumped up and walked away?
Yes.
And that was the one that you were out with this night when he saw you on Snapchat.
Yes.
Did you do something with the coworkers that night?
No. No.
I just think she's like tired of me. She must want somebody who's more outgoing and whatnot.
There's another woman here who has something to say about this case. Ron, would you please escort the witness into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your full name for the court, please.
Tykel Cook.
Ms. Cook, what is your relationship to the plaintiff, Mr. Gordon?
He's my brother.
What do you know about his relationship with his wife, Mrs. Gordon?
Everything.
You understand that he claims she's cheating.
Yes.
Okay, do you have any knowledge about that?
Absolutely. I do feel like she's cheating. Yes, she is. She is.
Why do you say that?
Well, because first of all, the guy that she, cheated with, like, I know him. And I go out, I was at the after hour spots, and I asked him, like, so have you seen T? And he was like, I just talked to her the other day. And so in my eyes, I'm like, you weren't even supposed to be talking to him. Like, and then there was a time where I knew she had told me, like, they had went on a outing to the park or something, like, with the kids. And so I felt like, why would you be with this man doing all that then, if it's not more than that?
Miss Gordon, did you go to the park with this gentleman with your children?
I did.
Since the incident of cheating?
Yes.
So you're out at the park with another man and your kids.
Moreover, she told the court she hadn't had any contact with him.
I hadn't had any sexual contact with him, but I mean, we've...
So you're gonna parse my words.
She know the right thing to say. That's her specialty.
All right. And have you talked to him recently on the phone?
No. That outing at the park was the last time that I had spoken to him. Before I cut off everything with him, he was trying to get me to leave my marriage for him. And once he realized that was cut off and I cut him off, that's when he showed up randomly at our apartment to talk to him.
He told me actually that when he spoke with her, he was saying it as if they had a good conversation, like it was a brief conversation. And that's what made me feel like, well, yeah, she's still doing something with him. Like the affair, I don't believe is over at all.
So, Mr. Gordon, you've gotten past the one infidelity for the sake of your marriage and your children.
Yes.
But if you should find out that there has been cheating since that point, you're done.
Cheating, yes, and lying.
In order to get to the bottom of this, the court has engaged the services of forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf. Ron, please escort Mr. Wolf into the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you please state your credentials for the court record?
Yes, ma'am. I've been in law enforcement for a little over 20 years. I have been a forensic voice analyst for more than 10 years and have performed hundreds of exams.
Can you please explain how it works?
Yes, ma'am. It operates off of the spoken word. When you speak, you have two frequencies in your voice, and when you tell a lie or you're deceptive, one of them goes away, and it's recorded a certain way on the computer.
Ms. Gordon, we're about to find out the truth.
Yes,
you look
sir.
a little nervous.
I'm just ready to get it over with.
Mr. Gordon, are you ready to find out the truth?
Yes, I'm gonna take my glasses off for this one.
All right, let's take a look at the question that you asked.
Since you've been married, other than what your husband is aware of, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The forensic voice analysis determined that she was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Wow.
Ms. Gordon? Other than the one time that we know about, you continued to see that person, didn't you, sexually?
Yes. But I had a connection with him that I haven't had with him since we got together, since we got married. I mean,
How many times have you been with this man?
3.
So, Mr. Gordon, are you going to go forward with the marriage? Are you looking to separate?
I want to say no right now, but I really want to think about this and, you know, weigh out all of my options.
Well, let's hear what she wants. You say you want this marriage to work.
I do. But I want the man back that I married. This
Okay.
is not who I married.
You're not going to play the blame game in this court.
I take my blame.
No, you
No.
didn't. You waited to come here. You don't get to blame him after it took him bringing you to this courtroom to tell him what he's already felt in his heart for months.
But the question is, do you want this marriage to work?
Yes.
What are you going to do to make it work?
I mean, whatever I have to. I'd obviously be more honest at this point, have better communication.
What I haven't heard is the magic words, I'm going to stop seeing this other person. That's what I was listening for.
I've already stopped seeing him, though. I've already stopped seeing him. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
Now, Mr. Gordon, I understand you're like, she has done nothing to earn my trust. And that's why I'm like, where you going, what you doing, how you doing it, what you doing it with. I understand that. But the successful relationship and marriage is built on trust. You aren't going to know where she is 24/7.
Because what you're doing, you're substituting trust for knowledge. If I know where she is, if I have my thumb on her, if she's home, I know where she is. That's not trust. That's prison.